Agahon, coming to you live from Numancia, Aklan in Western Visayas in the Philippines. I'm having my morning cup of coffee on my coffee with Gino cup here. My Copico Blanca. Copico Blanca is 3-in-1 coffee here in the Philippines. Coffee, cream, and sugar all in one in a packet. It comes in this packet right here. I can get this packet here, 10 pieces, 10 packets for 70 pesos, about $1.50 for 10 cups of coffee. All right, good AM, Kim Mandal. Hello. Let me start with the weather. I always do the weather. I do not want to disappoint Vegas Will from Las Vegas. He calls me Mr. Weatherman. As of 3 a.m. this morning, the center of severe tropical storm Opong, O-P-O-N-G, is 465 kilometers east of Guian, Eastern Samar. So it's going to bring maximum winds of 110 kilometers per hour, gusts up to 135 kilometers per hour. Pretty strong winds there. That's why they're categorizing it as a severe tropical storm. So like the Catanduanes or Sugon, Eastern Samar, Northern Samar, and Samar will be stormy today because of a severe tropical storm Opong, the number 15 typhoon this year in the Philippines. And then it says here, the rest of Bicol region, Quezon, Laguna, Batangas, rains with gusty winds. Again, because of severe tropical storm Opong. And then Zambales, Bataan will be the Habagat. We get Habagat rains, the southwest monsoon rains, pretty much all the way to the end of October. So in combination with Habagat and the typhoons that comes in, that's why it's rainy. That's why it's called the rainy season in the Philippines. Central Visayas actually will be also affected by severe tropical storm Opong. So when it hits, gets near Eastern Visayas, it's also gonna affect Central Visayas or Cebu. I actually saw even here in Calibo, where I even saw like the mayor. I saw the picture. I'll share you the picture. They were setting up like right there. This is like our mayor here in Calibo. They were setting up their Municipal Disaster Risk Reduction Council in Calibo. So they're expecting us here in Aklan province to be affected. It says there we might get winds up to 45 kilometers per hour. That's not too bad. And it's not raining. It's not raining yet, but the severe tropical storm is headed to Eastern Visayas. But I was looking at the Pag-asa channel, the trajectory of it, right there's the trajectory. The trajectory is like what I always discuss. It's Eastern Visayas, and then it's gonna go northwest, going into like the Bicol region, and then Manila, and then Ilocos Norte. That's always like the trajectory of most typhoons here in the Philippines. Pretty much, I would say 80% of the typhoons this year, that's always been like the trajectory. Central Luzon, the Bicol region, and then Northern Luzon, Cagayan, Ilocos Norte. Those people get hammered all the time with all the typhoons here in the Philippines. All right. And I also saw something like Iloilo actually announced, I don't think they have school today. So that surprised me because it's not raining. I could show you outside. I mean, it looks like it might rain today, but it looks like the sun is trying to come out here in our area here in Aklan, Western Visayas. I do see some rain clouds. It definitely looks like it's going to rain today, but at least we did get sunrise this morning. I did see like light at least. It's not all dark and gloomy. Like right here, you can see probably rain clouds here. Probably rain here any second now. But so far, the street is dry. It did not rain last night. So maybe sometime today we'll get rain. There's Bumblebee. There's our car. I already took Leanna to school. She's already in school. Just wanted to show you real quick that it hasn't started raining yet, but they are expecting rain here in our province, more likely sometime today. Busy morning for me already. I've been getting messages already. Belus, my friend in Wyoming. I got a message from Stevie in Washington State. I got a message from Olson in Columbia, South Carolina. Pretty busy. And I was able to answer all the comments on the video that I released at midnight. I scheduled those videos, so when I get up in the morning, that's the first thing I check is the comments on those. Tim C, my good friend in Las Vegas. Viva Las Vegas. Yo, G. All right. Bill Meyer, good morning, Bill. I look forward to your live streams every day. Oh, great. Thank you. Hey, I'll keep doing them as long as people are watching it. I'll try to keep doing the live stream pretty regular. Good morning, Mr. Chairforce. All right. I'm not the Mr. Weatherman today. I'm Mr. Chairforce today. All right. I can take that, man. That's like, that's what I've been called many times. All my military buddies, they always, that's outside the Air Force. That's what we're called. They call us the Chairforce because a lot of us in the Air Force, we just sit behind a desk and in front of a laptop. Pretty much is what we do in the Air Force. Not all, we got like security police out there, our flight line guys, they do a lot of work in the Air Force, but me, I was in the Chair Force. Good AM, Gino, fam, in the Panay Pasay Fortune, my good friend in Bacoor. Yes, Leanna has classes today. It's weird how Aklan, they have classes in Aklan, but I saw Iloilo made an announcement, no school today, but no rain yet. So it's like, but that's typical though. I'm surprised. Like a lot of times, Iloilo seems to get more rain than us here in Aklan province. They get more flooding, more rain in Iloilo than us here in Aklan. Greetings, Gino. How are you? I'm doing good. Just getting my day started here. Prepared. I did prepare something. I did first thing in the morning when I opened my YouTube. I saw a quick video, and I wanted to discuss that. I wanted to discuss it because. But let me just read the comments here from Fortune. Make sure Maggie has still combination face-to-face online, but my lunchtime will be fully canceled until university level. Yeah, I know that sometimes I've heard that they still do, in Luzon they do face-to-face and online classes combination. No classes tomorrow, so we agreed that I'll pick her up tomorrow. See, all right. So I saw this video. I follow a blogger. I've been following him for a couple of years now. It's a pretty good blogger. I like him. I watch his channel. And I saw that he filed cyber libel against another vlogger because the vlogger was just like making up stories about him. And I can kind of feel for him. You know, he's gotten big, his channel has gotten big. So, and remember the other day, that was one of the things I talked about. It's like that you don't do here in the Philippines, you know, don't do in the Philippines. And that is big here. That's actually big here in the Philippines. It's called cyber libel. Cyber libel. I know in the US, you can pretty much say anything in the US to other people, right? You know, it's like, heck, you can criticize the president, you know, in the United States. Here in the Philippines, you can't do that, especially if you're a foreigner here. If you're in a tourist visa here, that's a quick way for you to get deported out of the Philippines is if you criticize the government here, you get involved in any political rallies here, even as a simple post that you make on your Facebook saying, you know, the president this or these politicians are crooked, you know, whatever. You cannot do that here, especially not on a tourist visa. That will get you deported here so fast. You know, it's like not a thing for you to do. And it's the same thing with like, so I wanted to discuss that because I've done a video about it before. So I just wanted to talk about it more on this live stream. I've discussed what libel is and I've discussed what slander is. Libel, it says here the definition of libel. This is a defamatory statement made in writing, printing, or through other similar means. Like if you do a video, you know, if you do a video and you like say something about a person that you don't have any proof, like you're just making up a story or you're accusing a person about especially about their character, if you accuse them of like stealing, if you're accusing them that they're scammer, you know, things, you just cannot do that here in the Philippines because somebody, especially if you have it on writing, like if you go on those Facebook page, I'm in several groups on Facebook with expat groups, and I know some of those comments that some of those people be making in expat groups, you can be tracked down, and if you get tracked down, somebody can file a cyber libel case, cyber bullying, you know, and it doesn't, the burden of proof, actually, it's not against the plaintiff when it comes to cyber bullying here. Very low requirements for somebody to file cyber bullying or libel against you, especially if you got even on a group chat, in a group chat, and you say something negative about another person here in the Philippines, they can file charges against you. People here know that. Maybe the foreigners don't know that, but Filipinos are pretty alert to that because the Philippines is, out of a lot of countries in the world, Philippines is really into social media. I think you guys have figured that out, that social media is big here in the Philippines. We have the highest rate of people on social media, Facebook, TikTok, YouTube, you name it. Filipinos love social media. That's why if you're doing YouTube like I am, I have to be very careful on what I say on YouTube, especially if I single out a person here. That person can file a cyber a libel against me. Just know that, because you know, if you're coming here to the Philippines, that's also applicable to foreigners here. And slander, an oral slander, the only thing that a person has to prove, like let's say you're in a group, drinking in a group, right? Or you're in a bar or something like that, and somebody says something, you say something negative or derogatory at a person, and somebody heard it. All the person needs to have is one person that heard it, and they can file a slander against you. One witness is all they need. That's why I was telling you the story the other day when we had that one HOA meeting, and this one foreigner berated our secretary of our board of director. She went straight to the barangay and reported him, the foreigner, to the barangay. and he had to do a public apology. He had to sign a piece of paper apologizing to her because she could have elevated that incident. Normally, most of the things can get settled in the barangay, and right here I even researched it. It says how to file oral defamation in barangay. Like I said, it doesn't have to be in print. It doesn't have to be on paper. It doesn't have to be on a video. All like me, if you say something like something negative towards me, and I have a witness, that's all I need. I can take you to the barangay and I can report you to the barangay captain, and we will all show up there. Hopefully the barangay captain can squash it. Somebody apologize, or but if not, if it's not squashed there, then you can file a suit. You can hire an attorney, and you can file a charges against the person. And here in the Philippines, the one thing you got to be careful with cyber libel and defamation, anything like that, it is both civil and criminal. You can actually go to jail here for it. So you cannot accuse somebody here something like, oh, he stole money or something like that, or he's a scammer. You cannot say stuff like that, because you are setting yourself up as a tourist, as a foreigner here. Unfortunately, you do not have many rights here, especially if you're the aggressor, if you're the one causing the trouble. The barangay captains here, the police here, is not going to be kind to you. I think we've seen that with that Russian guy, the American Russian guy, Vitaly, right? Vitaly. He has not left the Philippines. I have not heard many things. I can find details on the status of Vitaly now, but he's still in jail here in the Philippines. They have not deported him because they want to make an example of him. It's not like, okay, he did the bad thing, he caused all that incident here, just deport him. He's gonna suffer here in the Philippines before eventually, I'm sure eventually, how long they'll eventually deport him. But right now he's in jail. That's the last time I checked. He's still in jail. He has not left the Philippines. Like I said, you can go to the barangay, proceed to your barangay hall where the respondent resides. So just any of my neighbors, if they say something negative about me and I have a witness, I can take that neighbor to the barangay. File the oral defamation statement. We will make statements. Hopefully, like I said, a mediation session with the barangay captain. Hopefully you can make an arrangement, public apology, something, or that you agree upon. But if you guys don't agree, you can elevate it past the barangay. But whatever the barangay captain, whatever happens, it's gonna get put in writing. They were gonna keep that file that this foreigner, he has a file now in the barangay that made that scene in our board of director meeting. So he better be careful, right? Because now he's got a record on paper, so you don't want to create that kind of stuff. You don't want to create that kind of things here in the Philippines. Anything negative, anything, we just want to retire here in peace, find our peace and happiness. You got to learn to control your temper. Usually that's the case with a lot of expats that I see here. They get riled up about a little issue and then they blow up. They just anger issues is what I see. I know a lot of that happens in the U.S., but when you're retired, once you retire, once you choose the Philippines, to me, those are one of the things that you want to leave behind. You don't want to leave behind in the United States. Right here it says, I even pull this up. It says here, can I sue someone for insulting me in the Philippines? And there's an article. It's called Article 358 of the Philippines Revised Penal Code allows for criminal, not just civil, criminal defamation, which means people found guilt of the offense can find themselves behind bars. So that temporary like anger management thing that you blow up against a Filipino and says mean things, cuss them out, embarrass them in front of people. That might cost you some jail time. It's not the same like in the U.S. where you're open to berate other people in public and all that. Just be careful with that here. And like I said, I watched the video earlier. The vlogger, he's filing charges against this other vlogger because I don't think the other vlogger's even in the Philippines, but he's making the videos in the U.S. So nothing will happen, right? Because it's in the U.S. There's no, it's not a big deal. But if the vlogger ever lands in the Philippines on a tourist visa, there could be issues with him, right? It's like that cyberbullying, cyber libel that the vlogger here in the Philippines has filed. That's on record. So if this individual lands in the Philippines and trying to vacation in the Philippines, he might catch himself in some hot water. That's why even if you're in the U.S., if you're thinking of coming to the Philippines, be careful what you say, even though you're not even here yet. You don't want to cause that kind of drama. I think the vlogger in the U.S. he's not monetized yet, so he's trying to stir up things. He's trying to grab subscribers. He's trying to but to me, that's not the way to get YouTube. Somebody messaged me earlier, says, hey, let's help you get the 10,000 subscribers. To me, YouTube's not, I will put in the work. I'm not going to do anything like to go viral. I'm not going to talk about another vlogger negatively. It's like, to me, other vloggers are my comrades. I want to help them. I want to help their channel. I promote their channel. I'm not going to be bashing another vlogger for what they're doing. Some vloggers I don't agree, but I'm not going to bash them. I'm not going to say, we're just trying to give information. Hopefully the information helps. But to me, I'm not going to do that. It's like I'm pretty good at delivering the message I want to send out there, like positivity. Showing you our life here, our simple life here in Aklan province. That's been our channel for like 3.5 years. I'm not going to change that because I like to stay safe. Stay safe. I don't want to make anybody mad against me. It's like all I'm trying to do. If I can help, I can. I'll do my best to help. I'm not creating drama. I'm not creating that on the channel. That's not what our channel is all about. I'm in South Africa. How can I relocate to America? All right, to the USA. Your first step, more likely, if you're in South Africa, would be the American Embassy. That's where you would apply for, whatever reason you have to go to the United States. Like here in the Philippines, people that want to go to the United States, that would be the place to, the U.S. Embassy takes care of all the visa requirements to go to the United States. So I'm sure it's the same in South Africa. Good morning, good morning. Trying to dry and mill in Leyte. Bad. Sun coming weekend. Salute from Wyoming. All right, Veluz, all right. Said hi. Janice, all right. Kevin Shores, what's up, Gino? How's everything going? Going good. I'll do the live stream this morning, and then after the live stream, if Dazzle wants to head to the gym, we'll go to the gym. But if not, I'll go to the gym. Been pretty consistent. I've been going to the gym almost every day, and I'll keep doing it. And today or tomorrow, I have to do my lab work. I have to get lab work at Panay Hospital. They check my blood work. It's part of my monitoring for my cancer recovery. I actually have a schedule now for an MRI, so I'll be doing my MRI in Iloilo here. Good morning, Gino and Fortune. Edgar, good morning, Edgar. Good morning, Edgar. Brian, my good friend in Galveston County, Texas. Hey, Brian, good morning, good morning. Yes, met him in Cebu. He is very down to earth. Not sure, but may get that but guy blacklisted for sure, perhaps. I was told long ago the only people to fear in the Philippines is other expats. Is other expats. Yeah, it's like I think the other gentleman's not aware of how cyber libel works here in the Philippines. Even though you, like I said, you're in the United States, if you're making content lies about a vlogger here in the Philippines, that's a no-no here in the Philippines. So they won't be able to reach you in the United States. You could say all you want in the U.S., they can't reach you. But if you fly into the Philippines from the United States, like you said, Belusa, he might get blacklisted, or he might not even know he lands here in Dumaguete. He might not even know. It's like there's a warrant of arrest for him. You know what I'm saying? So you got to be careful. You got, it's like to me, I don't get that anyway. It's like do your own work. To me anyway, just me personally, do your own work. Put in the work as far as YouTube. Create good content. Don't create content just to bash another person and you're creating lies, not true about the person. It's like to me that's just terrible. It's like, you better have proof. You better have proof about what you're talking about the person, because if you don't have proof, they got cyber libel here in the Philippines. They got defamation of character here. And again, it's not just a civil case here in the Philippines. It's also criminal. So you can actually see some jail time here in the Philippines if you start spreading rumors or lies about a person here. Especially somebody, I know the vlogger in Dumaguete, his channel's pretty big now. I see him. I watch his channel. He's helped people. I think he's a good guy. He's a good character. So you can't just bash somebody like that. That's trying to make a difference here in the Philippines. You're not gonna win that. Just to get views. Just to get views. To me, that don't make any sense. That don't make any sense. But like you said, Belus, he might find himself blacklisted to even come to the Philippines. And why would you want to do that? It's like you're making content about the Philippines, right? And you're blacklisted in the Philippines. How is that going to go? That's not going to go well for you, because like you might not even be able to come to the Philippines. You guys should visit Siargao Island, Philippines. Yes, it's one of the places I would love to visit, Siargao Island. I've seen videos of Cloud9. I subscribe to, I've been watching YouTube videos of 8 miles from home. Story, Sasha, I've been watching, and Jay, I've been watching their videos during the pandemic. I don't watch it as much now because I'm busy with our own YouTube channel, but I've seen so much of Siargao Island through them. It always wanted to go. Not an easy place for us to visit, because from here I have to fly. I have to go to more likely Caticlan, which is an hour away. Got to fly to Cebu, land in Cebu. From Cebu, got to fly to Surigao City. Surigao City, got to get on a ferry, and then I land in Siargao Island. It's not easy for us, to make that trek. We got Boracay Island here, like an hour away. So for us, it's just, I know it's not the same island, but we get to do the same things in Boracay that we can do in Siargao. Magandang umaga, Kuya. Good morning. Magandang umaga, Olson, Aliyah, and my good buddy, Isaiah. Isaiah, hello, Isaiah. Hello, Panay Posse. All right. Steve Johnston. Good information, Gino. Are there instances of two people lying to gain money or similar? Greetings for Port Kembla, Australia. Cambia. I haven't seen that one in Australia. I've seen Brisbane, I've seen Sydney, but not that one. Port Kembla. Two people lying to gain money or similar. I have not seen like two people like, usually what I've seen with like the cyber libel, a lot of it is like in social media. It's like usually one person got wrong, or they got proof. They got like a screenshot. A screenshot is enough. It's like of a Facebook post or a group chat post, and you attack somebody. They can screenshot that, and that's enough to take you to the barangay to get things started. And why even do that? That's why it's like, to me, people sometimes use social media the wrong way. The negativity. I mean, there's a lot of good you can do on social media if you do the positive thing. Keep you out of trouble too. Keep you out of trouble. Hello, OB from Edgar. Good morning, Edgar. Hope the Philippines is treating you well, brother. They have been treating me like a VIP. Like a VIP. Edgar is being treated like a VIP in the Philippines. Great to hear. What foods have you tried and liked? Oh man, Edgar is like he gets carinderia food. He's like getting into all Filipino food, man. Edgar's not one of those that are like Filipino food snob. There's people that like, I'm not eating Filipino food, and they come to the Philippines. I see that all the time. Nothing wrong with it. I mean, if you're used to your Western diet, your Western food, nothing wrong with it. But at least try, right? At least try before you say you don't like Filipino food. To me, the attempt, like, how can you say you don't like Filipino food when you don't even try it? Good morning, Colonel. Good morning, Colonel. OB, good morning, Fortune. All local food and enjoyed it all, but I'm a very poor guest. I can't never remember the name of. No worries. I mean, the names are hard to remember anyway, Edgar. Pinakbet. That kind of name. I know Edgar has been eating a lot of like vegetable dishes here, like ginataan, munggo, pinakbet, but he's also had shrimp. He's also had crab. So Edgar is trying out the Filipino food. Local vegetables, yes. Local vegetables and fruits. I saw Edgar had like plantain bananas. He had papaya. He didn't like the papaya. He said the papaya didn't taste sweet, but I told him papayas here in the Philippines, you got to be selective. Not all papayas are created equal. A lot of times what I found is like the papayas that get ripened, on the tree, a lot of times are sweeter than the ones that they pick the papaya green and they ripe it. A lot of times the papaya is not as sweet as the one that like ripen on the tree. They usually. Good morning, bro. Good morning, Michael C., my good friend in Trece Martires in Cavite. Oh, Mom Janet. Good morning, Gino and Denzel. All right. Me too. My monitoring due November. Yeah, mine is October. So my MRI every 6 months. I have to do it in October. I already have my schedule, so I'll be headed to Medical City, Iloilo, to get my MRI done. Every 6 months, I have to get an MRI. Good day, Edgar Balus OB from Fortune. Good day, Colonel Michael C., Mom Janet. That's great, Edgar. When you like local food, then you can save. Yes, I've mentioned that. Fortune's correct. When you're eating local food, you're gonna save money. Like Edgar, he's buying food at the carinderia. And the carinderia here, you can get like a dish, like a vegetable dish, like pinakbet, ginataan, langka, ginataan, munggo. Different with coconut milk, cooking coconut milk. You can get them for like 50 pesos here in the province, in Aklan, less than $1 for a vegetable dish. It's also a good way to learn the culture. Yes, that's okay, man. I'm same, Edgar. I just point at pictures when I order. Yeah. You look at the menu, right? You look at the menu, Olsen, and you see the picture. I want that. Yeah. Tell it. Don't make up as you go for content. Yes, yes, Mom Jen. To me, YouTube for me, you have to do your work. You have to put in your time, right? If you're gonna do a YouTube channel, don't to me, that don't make any sense when people make a YouTube channel and all they do is criticize other YouTubers. I know it gets views. I know negativity sells, but to me, it's like, why get, you'll have enemies. You're gonna have enemies. Why live like that? Why be the person that's disliked by people? I'm sending you positive vibes. All right. Exactly. And YouTube will pull your channel, shut it down. Yes. It's like, there's so much positive content that we can make. We can share our life here in the Philippines, share our day-to-day. People ask information about cost of living, cost of housing, cost of vehicles, cost of motorbike. There's so many videos that you can make. Why make a, that negative, like talking bad about people, that can only go so much, and then, next thing you know, you're gonna be in hot water, like this guy. I'm sure he's gonna get blacklisted here. I'm sure he's not gonna be safe to go to Dumaguete. So why even get to that point? Why get to the point where you can't even travel to a place worried that like they'll arrest you? You know what? Why do that to yourself? 25 minutes. You're streaming. All right. Ouch. All right. No worries. It's like, at least you're here, Daniel, my good friend in Jacksonville, Florida. Hello. Obi, thank you. I'm resting today. My full day, my legs. All right. Get some rest, Mom Janet. Hello, Daniel. Edgar, is a power bank something you can pick up, or do we need to order online? It depends on the size. Edgar, you can order power banks like the small, even my Blue Yeti. This Blue Yeti is the size of a car battery. I bought this 5-6 years ago now, and I bought it at Lazada, and they delivered it. So they deliver like lithium. I'm sure you're concerned if they deliver battery or lithium. Not a problem here. And actually, this power banks, the prices have dropped. I know, like I paid, I think 19,000 pesos, over $300 for this Blue Yeti. Pretty good system here. But now I've seen them as low as like 11,000, 12,000. You can get them. They're a lot cheaper now. Daniel and Colonel, hey, all right. Edgar, hello, Janet. Good day. I've witnessed my share 6 years on YouTube. Just horrible. I know, me too. I've seen like, it's unfortunate, because, a lot of times negativity sells more than being positive, the dramatic, it's like, ooh, a scammer, ooh, it's like, I'm like, it unfortunately, negative news always seems to sell more than the positive news. Can you buy from the malls? Yeah, you can, like the small power banks. And I got some extra power banks, Edgar. I can bring you some. I don't use a lot of the power banks because the smaller power banks. Because I pretty much use the Blue Yeti. I like using this. I don't have to like charge it so often. The smaller ones, they tend to run out of power fast. Today I studied the poor in the Philippines. How do we get donations for the children? That's tough, Mom Janet. Getting the money to the right people, because unfortunately here in the Philippines there's a lot of corruption, and donations to charities and all that. Unfortunately, a lot of that here in the Philippines gets stolen. You really have to do your research to find a good organization. It's like maybe the Red Cross. You know, the Red Cross, I know they do a lot of positive things here in the Philippines, but like when you see like foundations and things like that, I'm always suspicious. You know, I'm always suspicious. I rather like you know, in the past I've tried with our channel do donations to the school here and stuff, but even that I'm careful now. I don't take any money like that. I don't take donations to pass on to people here because I don't want to. That's you can open a can of worms here for that. You know, it's like you can get accused of like I'm not a charitable organization, so I don't do that. You know, it's like, but I've had people that I know I can trust that's in the U.S. They go, hey brother, make sure buy the kids books, buy them dictionaries, and I can do that because I trust them. But for me to like accept money for donations, I'm not gonna do that, unfortunately, because just dangerous to do that here. You know, I don't want to get accused of scamming people or anything like that. In Carinderias, you are allowed to open and look what's inside. Then ask, oh yeah, I do that all the time, Fortune. Like usually like the big pots, usually a soup dish, because they put the cover on it to keep it warm, and you can open it. I've even taken like their ladle and look in there and see what's in the, you know, sometimes you see the water, the soup, and you can see what's inside, and you can scoop it with the ladle. And people say, you know, have you gotten sick? You know, eating a, I can't remember the last time I got sick on a carinderia. I've been eating carinderia food for 14 years, and I've never gotten sick. I've never been hospitalized for food poisoning or anything like that, eating at carinderia. Because I know what to look for when I'm eating at carinderia. I'm looking for like, freshly out of usually the wok or something like that, and they'll put it in the, you can tell, you know, if something's been sitting a while or if it's a reheat. You know, usually I'll wait there, I'll go there, you know, dazzle night if we're gonna eat at the carinderia. Carinderia is like a cafeteria style food. And usually Dazzle and I go there right around 11 when they start serving lunch. And you can see them cooking it in the wok and then putting it's still steaming hot. That's when I like to eat carinderia. Now, if you eat like at 2 p.m. or 3 p.m. and that food's been sitting there, you know, I don't do that. You know, I like it fresh. I like my food hot still, you know, rice, steaming rice, you know, appetizing for me when I eat at carinderia. Then just point, order this, and etc. All right. It's also called turo, point. Yeah, turo. Good morning, Ray. I think Ray's back in Tagaytay now. I think I saw him. He texted me. He was in Katiklan. You know, he said, "Oh, I'm in your neighborhood. Gino, I'm getting on the ferry to head back to Tagaytay. I will be very happy with just raw grilled veggies and fish." Oh, that's plenty. You're not gonna have a problem if that's your diet, Daniel. If your diet is like grilling veggies and grilling fish, and you got it made, you know. There's plenty of that here. Good, fresh seafood, fresh vegetables. Kim and Dal. Hey Gino, what is your favorite place to eat late at night in or around Calibo? Actually, we never stay late. You know, I'm always asleep by like 8 p.m. I'm a early to bed, early to rise. I'm usually asleep, but like 8 p.m. or earlier, and then I'm up like at 4:30 a.m. But late night, if I was gonna grab something to eat at right now, if I'm gonna grab something to eat in Calibo, I would highly recommend. I have two favorites. Not late night. It says they're late at night. They're only open till 9 p.m. It's called Lanang. They're on the first floor of the Asia Pacific Medical Center. It's a Chinese restaurant. We don't have many Chinese restaurants in Calibo. I think it's the only one, you know, but delicious. They're Chinese food there. I've had two of my birthdays now at Lanang, like last year and this year. I've had, that's how good I think their food is. Yeah. My favorite place to eat in Kalibo, Lanang in Asia Pacific Medical Center, the first floor. And then the other place that I'm really liking now is the 8 Ball Tavern. It's at the Vineyard Hotel. It's part of the Vineyard Hotel, 8 Ball Tavern. They got 2 pool tables there, but their food is excellent. My friends that I've taken there, all of them like it. They got like American style bar food. They have, you know, like your quesadillas, their pizza. They got like a barbecue fire going on with their pizza. It's propane. It's not like the clay, you know, like stuff oven, but the pizza comes out good. Pizza's like they got good pizza. When we had the karaoke party, we ordered pizza from them. We ordered like a veggie pizza, margarita pizza it's called here, and then a meat pizza, and they were really good pizza. And I've not eaten anything there that's not good. Yeah, the 8 Ball. Their burgers are good. Australian beef, no mixture, just pure beef on their burgers. And then my friend, he likes it because he says it's the only place in Kalibo that he's found Stella beer. He's found Stella beer. So he said, I'm sold on the 8 Ball Tavern because they have Stella. They have draft beer. If you want draft beer, they got draft beer. Also at the 8 Ball Tavern. So those two places, and I know 8 Ball is open till like past, you know, close to midnight. So if you're looking for a late night, those would be the two places that I would recommend to eat here in Kalibo. I think in mall or online. Oh yeah, where you live, Fortune, I'm sure, you know, where you live, Blue Yetis are probably available now, the big power banks, because you live in Manila, Bacoor, in a bigger city. Here in the province, I've not seen, even in Iloilo, I haven't seen like the Blue Yeti. I just order it from Lazada. The Sure Bluetooth as a backup generator to help during, yes, I mean the Blue Yeti. Let me see. Let me just show you real quick what it looks like. I actually have my phone hooked up to it right now, so while I'm charging. Let me show you what it looks like. Right there's the Blue Yeti. It's got like 2 plugs here. This is like the DC, like the cigarette lighter plug. I got USB ports here. It's got DC, AC power. It's the size of a car battery. And I've had this Blue Yeti at least 5 years, 5 to 6 years. I like it because when we had like the extended power outage, 2019, it was like Christmas Day, actually. I remember it was Christmas Eve and Christmas Day here in Aklan. And we got hit by a super typhoon or Sola in 2019. And the super typhoon was just so big, you know. It didn't pass through Aklan, but it was so wide that it pretty much damaged everything in Visaya, Luzon. I mean, it affected that. That's why it was a super typhoon. And here in Aklan province, where we live here in Numancia, we did not have electricity for 1 week. 7 days we didn't not have electricity. And this Blue Yeti was like a blessing. You know, I'm glad that I had the Blue Yeti at that time, because like we didn't lose internet. The internet was still going. I could hook up our internet and we had internet. And for us, that was big, you know, just to be able to get the news, yeah, entertainment, right? Because when you don't have any power, you know, it's like you don't have entertainment. And the way I charge it, I don't even have the I don't have the solar panels. You can buy solar panels for this. Blue Yeti comes out with it, but I was just charging it in my car. Every time that it was getting low, I plug it into my cigarette lighter and we'll drive to Kalibo, get grocery, go to market, go to McDonald's, and then come back and it'll be like fully charged already. To me, it's a must. To me, it's a must to have here in the Philippines. You can charge like portable fans. You know, we got several of these portable fans. So it at least helps you sleep. You know, we got like these portable fans. It's USB. You can charge it on your Blue Yeti. And then for the power outage, that's all you need when you're sleeping here at night. Like this another fan. When you're sleeping, you just need like a slight breeze hitting your face, or most of the time I just sleep in my board shorts, and you just need some kind of air. It's like at nighttime here, when especially during summer. This time of the year, rainy season, it's not a problem. You open your window here and it's cool enough at night, but during summer it just gets so hot here. If it just happens to be summertime that you don't have electricity. But I highly recommend Blue Yeti. I think Jackery is another brand. There's local brands now, even several brands now of the power banks that you can get. But to me, I think it's a must. It's a must. Hello, sir. Sending positive thoughts. All right, kumusta? Mabuti, mabuti, Steve, mabuti. I live in Malay, Aklan. Dito ako ngayon, support with my Steve. Hope na meet kita. Meet me someday. Oh, all right, no worries. If you're here in Aklan, just let me know. If we're in Boracay, if we're in Calibo, if you're in Calibo, be happy to meet up. I meet people all the time now. It's like people always like when they go to Boracay or Calibo, Aklan province, they schedule a meetup with me. So there's not a week almost that I don't end up meeting a person, a viewer of ours. I'm always up for meeting people. I know that's important. Better to donate in goods, not cash. That's a good thing, right? Like I know, like at Leanna's class, my good friend Ray, he's from Sacramento, California. There's just people that I know that I trust that's in the U.S. I know he does a lot of charity things in the U.S. He's a member of the American Legion. So when Leanna's class, they wanted to buy a water cooler for the kids so that the kids would have cold water to drink, safe drinking water. I knew if I asked him, hey bro, the kids need a water cooler, do you mind donating? He's like, man, he's like, send the money. I buy the water cooler at the Calibo. I showed him the receipts, how much I paid. That kind of thing I can do. I just can't do like people sending me money and then I'll be shopping for the kids. I'm just careful. I don't want to get in trouble. I'm careful with that kind of stuff because I don't want to get accused of being a scammer or accepting money. I'm never, like I said, I don't take any money as far as the people donate, to our channel, but I never, whatever help I provide to people, I never ask people for money. Not a single person I've asked, hey, I'm not, I charge $50 or I charge $100 for consultation. I would never do that. That's not me. I'm doing this like, I want to help people. It's not like on a cash basis situation. Message above sent by Myrna. What's your favorite Carinderia? My favorite Carinderia in Calibo. I don't know really if I used to have a favorite here in Numancia, but unfortunately I filmed them one time and I really liked their food, but like their quality had dropped. Maybe they lost their chef or the cook, a change of management or something. But in Calibo, I really don't have a favorite carinderia in Calibo. I know Dazzle and Mom, sometimes they go to like the shopping area. There's areas there where they eat carinderia, but I don't have one. I don't have like a favorite one. Most of the carinderia food that I eat now, I eat here in Numancia. I have a few places here, and I try different ones because just to be different, because you don't want to keep going to the same carinderia because they pretty much cook the same type of food every day. It's good to like move around to different carinderias. Oh, my good friend Ria, in Tennessee. Renz, good AM, Renz. Would you buy a fully electric car like the one you filmed at the mall? Me personally, I would not buy one. I don't think they go far enough, and I don't think they're worth the money. And from what I looked, they're made in China. Electric car from China. I will never buy any car from China. Just me, nothing. I mean, you guys are welcome to buy, but me, I'm not gonna. I do not want to support China. I try to avoid buying products, and I know it's hard. It's hard to like avoid products made in China because everything seems like made in China. But you can at least make an attempt, right? And then we don't buy a lot of things anyway, so I'm able to avoid. I'm able to avoid not purchasing items from China. Hey, Fortune, on the final leg from Silang. All right, final leg. All right. You made it. You made it to Luzon. You're back in Luzon, Ray. I'm glad you had a safe travel, Ray. What's cooking, my brother from Ria? I haven't seen Dazzle's mom for a while now. Oh, Dazzle's mom. She's actually she's staying at Edgar's place. Edgar's got like a 2-bedroom, and mom is assisting Edgar. She's kind of like a housekeeper, kind of like to go grocery shopping, things like that. So that's where mom's been at. Edgar had asked me if I can find him somebody that can do that shopping for him, and mom volunteered. Mom volunteered. Nice, Ray. Almost there. Almost there. Good morning, Gino. Thriving Philippine expat. Michael White in Masbate. Hello. Thank you. Thank you for joining the live stream this morning, Michael. And there are lots of EVs now here. BYD is the most famous. Yeah, I know. Actually, Fortune had sent me that there's now like a BYD, like a 700,000 pesos. So that's about $15,000 for a BYD electric car. But me, just me, it's like I'm not gonna support China, man. I'm not gonna support China. Hello, good morning, hello, my friend in Angeles City, Pampanga. Hello, all my peeps. All right, Michael, all my peeps. I told Gino, yeah, he told me earlier, BYD entry level is 700,000 pesos. Good day, Michael. No classes for your kids. All right. Where did you buy the Blue Yeti? Oh, the Blue Yeti I ordered from Lazada. And you can order now. There's more stuff in Lazada now. More Blue Yeti, Jackery, you name it. Different brands now. And they've dropped in prices, like I said. Like this Blue Yeti 6 years ago, I paid like 19,000 pesos. You can get them now for like 11 or 12,000 pesos. Better too. Better equipped. Better Blue Yeti now. Updated. Does it get flooded in Numancia, Camellia? No, it doesn't get flooded. I've been living here 9 years. It's never flooded in our neighborhood. Some Camellia homes projects in Luzon area does get flooded. And not the developer here. I think this used to be rice fields. I think they elevated it a little bit, and then we're not close to like Aklan River. We're a good distance from Aklan River. I would say we're at least 2 kilometers from 2 kilometers away from Aklan River, and that's where a lot of flooding happens here in Calibo in Numancia, right near the river. When the river rises and then you get rain, like I know close to the bridge on the Numancia side, Bulwang, Barangay Bulwang, they get flooded. They get flooded on the main road there because they're near the bridge. They're near the river. When the water in the river rises, there's no place for water to go, so it floods. But we're far back here in Camellia, Aklan. We're like 2 kilometers at least. And then once you go outside Camellia, Aklan, it's like still a lot of wide open spaces here. Like there's it's mostly rice fields. This subdivision used to be a rice field, but now when you come out of Camellia, when you make a left, it's still all rice fields. So there's a lot of areas where water will go. Ray in the Philippines. I live in a condo. When electricity goes out, rarely the generator kicks on. I'm a small diva. I'm a small diva. I think at La Casa Española, I was talking to the owner. They are getting a generator, and they're also going to build an elevator because it's 4 floors. The apartment's 4 floors. So that's when I spoke with the owner. That those are 2 projects, and they're building another building, and I think that's where the elevator is going to go. One vlogger in BGC never states what he charges. Just says, if we're a good fit, pay me. We can work together, LOL. You will never hear that from me. You know, I don't do it for the money. You know, it's like, I like the personal connection. I like that when I help someone, that person becomes my friend. You know, it's like the Panay Posse. You know, it's like, that's the way I look at it. I don't charge my friends money. You know, it's like, why would I charge my friends money? You know, I'm not that way. I like chicken liver and heart. I made Leanna share hers to see if I liked it. Not sure if she likes sharing her chicken. Leanna, Edgar, she don't like sharing her food. I know Leanna be like, every time I'm like, can I taste that, Leanna? She gives me the look like, get your own kuya, get your own kuya. But that's good. I mean, chicken. You like chicken liver and heart. You know, that's a common meal at the Carinderia, Edgar. That's always served at the Carinderia. It's like the chicken liver, chicken heart, and the gizzard. That's all. It's hard not to go to a Carinderia and they don't serve that. I like it too. I like. I think you saw me eat that. You know, when we were headed to Roa City, I had the gizzard, the liver, and the heart of the chicken. Another vlogger peeps out a different product or service every vlog. As those. No, I'm not gonna do that, man. Like I said, you know, Daniel, you know, Edgar, JP, Fortune, OB, you all are my friends, and you know, when you come here, you're my guest. I'm not gonna charge you. You know, it's like that's not what friends do. Renz, nice to know that it does not get flooded in your locality. Yes. Grateful that your main interest and concern is about your viewers. Panay, Pasi. All right, Daniel. What up, my Filipino brother? I'm good. Ooh, it is getting sunny now, you know, so I don't know where the severe, I'll show you guys. I don't know where the severe tropical storm, but here in, like I said, over here in Western Visayas, we just do not get hit with all these typhoons. Like, look at that sun now, man. It is like bright and it is warm. I mean, it is warm out here. It's close, I would say close to 90 degrees, easy, because there is no breeze. I mean, look at the leaves here from our plants. It's not moving at all. No breeze, the high humidity rate, I would say probably 70 to 75% humidity. And look at that sun, just like bright. All the dark clouds earlier had burned off. I'm now seeing just blue skies. Gonna be a hot day here. That's why Leanna had school, Fortune. That's why Leanna had school. She didn't get a break from school today because it's just bright and sunny here. We are getting sunshine today, man. Right after the live stream here, I'm gonna head to the gym, get my workout on. Fortune, you can eat bok choy. Oh yeah, bok choy. I don't think Edgar's tried bok choy yet. Yeah, we'll have to. There's Ted's La Paz bok choy here. Edgar might like that. Edgar might like bok choy. Good call there, Fortune. There's not a lot of times. You know why, Fortune? Why a lot of Americans don't like the liver here in the Philippines? because the liver here in the Philippines, they overcook it. You know, it becomes like chewy and hard, the liver. Americans, when we eat liver, like liver and onions in the US, that's a dish in the US. People eat liver and onions in the US. It's still like, it's not chewy, you know, it's like tender cook. But a lot of times in the United States, Fortune, they don't overcook meat. Here in the Philippines, they just like overcook meat. You know, it's like, I think because maybe they're afraid that they might get sick from the meat or something. That's why they overcook everything. You know, it's like, sometimes I get liver on the bok choy too, and I'm like, man, this thing is hard. It's like almost like beef jerky. You know, this almost like beef jerky hard. I still eat it, but still, you know, it's like, I'm used to tender. I'm used to like tender liver. I told him he can tell no. Yeah, you can remove ingredients on the bok choy, or just don't eat it. You know, just don't eat it. Hi, Gino. Always nice to see your live stream. I wanted to know if you have to file taxes in the Philippines as dual citizen. Thanks and wish you. No, I do not have to file tax. The only time that you have to file Philippine taxes here in the Philippines is if you make money here in the Philippines. If you open a business here in the Philippines, or you have some type of income from a business here in the Philippines, you have to file taxes. But I file my taxes in America. All my taxes are filed in America. I have to file taxes on my military pension. Every year, I get taxed on my military pension still. Did you purchased your bike? Not yet. Edgar hasn't. We haven't gotten to that point yet, as far as purchasing the motorbike. Those vloggers, Edgar, are sponsored, so they make it a living. Yes. You know, this is, YouTube is just a hobby for me. It's not like, I have a military pension, and I have a pretty decent military pension from the United States Air Force. So I do not have to do YouTube to be retired comfortable here in the Philippines. I've been retired here for 14 years. Our YouTube's only been on for like 3.5 years. So I've had a good life here the last 14 years. Just living on my military pension alone. Because I've just learned to budget. I've just learned to live a minimalist lifestyle. People that's been to my house, our friend, he was here, great. People that's seen our house, that we live very simple. We live like Filipinos. We're not extravagant. To me, the car is already an extravagant item for us. That we have our own car. It's like even Dazzle feels the same way. What one Filipino food you would never try and why? There's a lot of exotic foods foreigners would take one look and say no. It's that one look and say no. I always try, I'm not the type that would not try. I would try and then decide, ooh, not for me, Balut's not for me. I've tried. I've not eaten I refuse to eat the embryo, the balut, because it's just like, it looks gross to me. I'll leave the balut eating to Dazzle, Leanne, and Mom. They can eat they eat like 3-4 baluts in one sitting. But me, I'm not balut. But pretty much every Filipino dish I've eaten. Even dinuguan. Dinuguan is like pork blood. It's got blood, kind of like a blood stew. It's got meat. A lot of times the inside of the pork, like the intestines and all that, and they have pork blood. I've eaten that. I kind of like it actually, but we, Dazzle don't like it. Leanna, they don't eat dinuguan, but I do, but so now I don't eat it because they don't eat it, But if at a party somebody served me dinuguan, I'll eat it. I've eat kilawin. Kilawin is like, a lot of kilawin is not cooked, it's like ceviche. I eat that. There's really not a lot of food here that exotic anyway, that I'm willing to try at least. Have you tried tamilok by the mangrove bridge? That I have not tried, and now I can't because I'm now allergic to anything shellfish. The only seafood I can really eat now is like fish. and it has to be like the fillet, because I got hit, when I had my chemo treatments, my immune system is off now. It's not the same. So things that I used to be able to eat, I used to love oysters, crab, shrimp, squid, clam. And I think the tamilok is like a clam. I used to love all that stuff, but now I can't eat it. I can't eat it because I'm allergic to it now. Welcome back, HD. Welcome back. All right. Gino, any word on James and Karen? They haven't posted since they returned from Masbate. I haven't heard. I knew, I saw a little bit on their trip back. They're probably just like, resting. I'm sure, after all the adventures they had in Masbate, the trip, that's a long boat ride then on the banca, I'm sure they're just like happy to be home, happy to be relaxing at home for a change, not on the go, because they went to like Rojas City and then went to Masbate and now just coming back. So I'm sure they just want to relax. I'm sure I'll hear from James once he gets rested and all that. Thank you, Dr. Pooh. Thank you for the $5. Appreciate that, my friend. Long time no hear. Long time no hear. OB. All right. Fortune. It's also sunny in Bacoor now. Lull before the storm. Yeah, I think that's what's gonna happen. It's gonna be like sunny. Then maybe later on tonight or tomorrow we're gonna get rain. But it's not a big thing. We probably need rain. We've been having good weather here the past few weeks. Just a few days from fall season. Our last 2 days have been 34, 35. Ooh, that's pretty warm. 34 Celsius. That's pretty warm weather. Bachoy is Panay initiation. All right. I'll have to like. I love bachoy. I only wish they had my favorite one. My favorite brand of bachoy is Decos. Decos is the one I like. They used to have Decos in Boracay, Decos, La Paz Bachoy. I like it. Comes with puto, the rice cake, the steamed rice cake, white, like small. It goes good with like bachoy, but they don't have Decos here. They have Ted's La Paz Bachoy here in Calibo. Well done meat is what most people. I know, Fortune. That same with Dazzle and Leanna when it's like when it's beef or anything, and it's beef in the U.S. Most Americans take their beef like medium well. They like it kind of like burnt on the top, but like when they cut the steak, they like juices coming out of that steak. They want it tender. Here in the Philippines, most meat when they cook it well done. They don't want any blood. They don't want any juice coming out of the meat. Gino, I was planning to visit you in March when I come for the month, but I think I'm gonna be busy looking for land to build on. I will be in Bye City Leyte. All right. I haven't been to Leyte, but good luck, Norman. It's like Kelowna Array. All right. There are some stuff I had to do, and if you want it cheap and done right, it takes time. Yeah, if you want it done right fast, expensive. All right, HD. In Panay, when you order a lechon, you can buy a live pig. Then we'll remove the insides and make into dinuguan. Yes, dinuguan. Then grill the pig for lechon. Yep. You can pretty much like Fortune was saying, here in Numancia, we're actually in the province of Aklan. Numancia, our town. There's 17 towns in the Aklan province. Our town is the lechon capital of Aklan province. We have a celebration here, a parade of lechon actually, that during the summer months. They They walk, they have the lechon, they decorate, they have floats, it's and then they end up like at the covered basketball court. They put all the lechon there, and then it's a free for all on the lechon. They sell some of it, and then some of it's like you get free taste of the lechon. I'll try to film it this coming year in 2026. I'll try to film our lechon festival here in Numancia. Made it 3 times in a row. Peanut butter travels. All right, peanut butter travels. Usually during parties. Yes. Yeah. I mean, Filipino parties. The bigger parties, of course, because lechon's a lot of meat. If it's a small party, but most of the time, if it's a party of, I would say 25 or 30 people, usually you will find lechon, at least one lechon. And the fiesta, when the fiestas here, anywhere in Aklan province, when there's fiesta in the different towns, Numancia, Ibahay, whatever town, especially Calibo during Ati-Atihan, plenty of lechon. Like in January, when Ati-Atihan, that's the fiesta in Calibo, I usually go to like 2 to 3 houses where I just go to people's houses. They invite us, and there's always lechon. There's always so much food. You always it's almost like you're eating like a buffet. It's like nonstop eating during Ati-Atihan here. Went back to work today after 3 weeks of recovery from surgery. All right, and peanut butter travels. Get well, my brother. All I was thinking about was retiring in the PI. All right, hey, if you need help, if you need information about retiring here, let me know. I can assist you. I only haven't been in the live stream in less than a week. I didn't think that was too long. What's your favorite bakery house? Our family loved win rolls on our last. Ooh, I haven't been there. Let me take a photo of that. Win rolls. I never heard of that in Calibo, man. I have several now. I like, there's one that we really like. I'll have to take a picture of that. We really like Honore. Honore, Honore. It's by the Capitol area, by where the governor's office, the big giant Capitol building. It's near our school, actually, STI College Calibo. Honore is our favorite bakery. And then the other cafes where you can get pastries, the Royal Suites Hotel, they always got croissants, things like that, cinnamon bun. There's a new place, Mateo's is a good place for like treats, like bakery items. That's by the Shakey's. If you the only Shakey's, the pizza in Calibo, same building at the end, Mateo's is the name of the bakery. Those are some of the bakeries that we buy. And then cafe latte. If you want cheesecake, I actually have a cafe latte chocolate cake. I actually have a cafe latte chocolate cake in the fridge right now. We haven't finished it all from our karaoke party the other night. I like my meat medium. Decos and Netongs both claim as the original bok choy pre-World War II. Wow. I know Decos. I know Decos has been around. I mean, to me, I like them because they give you like that. On the bok choy, it's a soup dish. But what I really like about Decos is their broth. Their broth to me is the best out of all the bok choys I've eaten in the Philippines. And their broth, it's unlimited. It's like you can just sit, eat all the broth. They've got noodles, got meat, egg. But when you're like running low on the broth, they just keep pouring like fresh broth. Kind of reminds me of pho, like the pho, like the soup. But the broth of Deco's La Paz bok choy is the best for me. Anyway, that's my favorite. It wasn't too long, HD. Your absence was noticed and missed. Glad you're back. All right, glad you're back, my brother. GWS PBT. Peanut butter travels. I love you and your vibe. All right, thank you. Badisco. All right, disco. I like that. I like your name. Thank you. Does taho sellers still pass by homes in Calibo hoping to get a fix every? Oh yes, taho. I mean, taho is just ingrained in the culture in the Philippines. There's not a place where you go in the Philippines that I don't think there's taho. Calibo, Numancia, at Liana School, Boracay. I mean, anywhere you go, you're gonna get taho. You're gonna get your taho is silken tofu. It's like really like man, it like melts in your mouth kind of tofu. They put tapioca pearls and then a brown sugar syrup on it. I mean, it's delicious, delicious. I was looking for taho the other day. I just didn't catch the guy. Usually, there's a taho vendor that hangs out by the plaza, by the Numancia Plaza. So when I get my pandesal on the way home, I'm kind of like looking, like, where's my taho guy? But I missed him the other day. But I'll hit him. I'll hit him some other day. Windrolls is famous. It's by the airport. Okay, I'll have to find it now. I'll have to find it. I've never heard of Windrolls. Maybe because it's by the airport, it's like it's not in the poblacion, in the Calibo poblacion by Pastrana. That's where mostly that we go. We rarely go to the airport now. The last time was to pick up my friend that was flying in, but the airport area now, Kim, is dead. There's nothing going on at the airport because like all the flights, domestic flight, Philippine Airlines doesn't even fly to Calibo anymore. All the flights are in Caticlan now. That's why if you notice, when I picked up Edgar, when I took my friend Gray to go to Thailand, I'm taking them all to Caticlan now. There's hardly any flights going into Calibo now. It's a dead airport. It's like a ghost airport now. Cooked well done because of the bugs that can be in the meat. Well, I probably agree. I agree with that, HD. That's why Filipinos want to like overcook it, make sure that they don't have anything on the meat. It has to be done that way to be safe. They haven't really prepared meat where meat can be safe consumption. I'll agree. I'm sure that's why they overcook. They overcook the meat. There are no inspectors that check. Yes, there's no FDA. There's no nothing. I mean, you can go to the public market here, and the meat products. We're talking beef, pork, chicken. They're just like hanging. A lot of times they're not even iced. At least at the grocery store, when you go to the grocery store here, like the Magnolia dressed chicken, it's refrigerated and it's sitting on ice. But then you go to the public market here, and that's why my friend's a public health guy. He's a public health doctor. He's like have a heart attack every time I take him to the public market because like chicken is just like laying there. Chicken liver, they're just laying without any refrigeration, no ice, nothing. Meat, beef is just hanging on a hook. It's like pork is the same thing. Slices of pork chop just like laying on the table. That's why for my recommendation for people when you come here to the Philippines, buy your meat products at the grocery, like a SM Cherry in Calibo, Save More Grocery in Calibo, because their meat items are refrigerated, some frozen or iced. If you buy it at the public market, you're not gonna see refrigeration, you're not gonna see ice, you're not gonna see that. The only thing I would recommend to buy at the public market is seafood, because a lot of times the seafood you can tell they're fresh. Sometimes they're still alive. I mean, you can like look in there and shrimp. If you're buying shrimp, sometimes they're still jumping. They're still jumping. So at least they're fresh. They're. But meat products, like for us, most of our meat products we buy at the grocery at SM Cherry in Calibo and Save More Grocery. Now Grand Gaisano Mall, they got a nice grocery. But that's where we buy our meat products. Like HD was saying, there's no FDA, there's no inspectors here for basically when people butcher the meat, they make it to the market and you don't know who butchered it, you know where the meat came from, nobody's inspecting it. So maybe that's why maybe they cook it well just to make sure you don't get sick from the meat. Sounds like the US with food recalls nearly every day. Do you have a dish there that looks like a roll? Oh yeah, we got that, Olson. It's called what is they called? It's like a pork belly. They roll it, right? It's the pork and they tie it and they cook it like lechon. I forget the Filipino name for it, but they do have it. They do have. It's in our town too. There's a place, Cherry and Alex is where I get it from here in Numancia. Really good, really good. Rolled lechon meat. Rolled, really. They make it really well. Looks yummy. It is. It's very yummy. You might not like it if you know, like some people don't like the fat on the pork and the skin, because this one's got a lot of fat. It's almost like the part of the bacon, like the bacon, you know, how you slice the bacon. This one is the whole slab and they roll it. A lot of fat, unfortunately. So if you're watching cholesterol, you know, if you're watching cholesterol anyway, you know, anything pork belly, anything lechon, the skin, the you know, not the best, not the best if you got high blood pressure or if you got high cholesterol. I'll be busy again October, so I'll be MIA. All right, no worries, no worries. H, take care of business, man. You got to take care of your business, man. Hey, miss you. All right. Considering how expensive medical treatments and sometimes lack of, exactly, better safe than sorry. But like I said, like I've been eating 14 years here at Carinderia. I've never been sick from Carinderia. I've only been sick one time from, and I knew it was from the water. When I first landed in Boracay, my first like 2 weeks in Boracay, I had cramps, you know, stomach cramps. I've never felt that before. And I knew it was from the water. And I was trying to drink bottled water, but still, maybe in the shower or something, I brush my teeth, I don't know how, but they gave me 14 days of antibiotics and then I was good after that. And I've never been sick with that and, you know, no issues at all. Ted's Teodorico pala is 1945, 1938. Netons, 1948. So Decos and Netons are related. All right, all right. I have not tried Netons. Maybe next time I'm in Iloilo, I have to try Netons. I guess because I'm partial, because like, you know, when I go get my La Paz Bacho, I like Decos so much. I don't want to get ruined. You know, like when I'm in Iloilo, I avoid Ted's La Paz Bacho. When I'm here in Calibo, I'm okay with Ted's. But when I'm in Iloilo, I gotta have my Decos. Man. I gotta have my Decos La Paz Bachoy. Concern, HD concern. Fortune, Obi is the lechon belly. Yes, lechon belly. I buy from the grocery and we cook in the air fryer. All right, see? Healthy way of doing the pork, the lechon belly. Very popular. Like I said, here in Numancia, we have Alex and Cherry. They're friends of mine, actually. Cherry is a friend of mine, so she always cuts me a good deal. She always tells me, I saved the good part. You know, she always tells me, I saved you the good part. Hi, Janet. Yeah, I've been out from any online stuff for about around a week. And it's good to take a break, HD. You know, it's like, you know, social media can be overwhelming sometimes. It's good to take a break from everything once in a while. Like me, what I've done with the social media, I'll take a break from Facebook. I'll still do YouTube, but if you notice, I used to be able to like pump out videos every day, but now I'm just every other day. I've lessened, because I don't want it to feel like work. You know, I don't want YouTube to feel like work. That's why even with the live stream, you know, it's like I don't really schedule it. Earlier, Olson, he's helping me try to get the live stream on again on my laptop. But to me, no big deal. If I can, you know, I'll download Google Chrome. I told also I'll download today. Maybe it gets, I can use the laptop again for the live stream. But if not, not a big deal. I try not to spend too much time like trying to do the technical stuff, like the upgrading or laptop because you know, once I'm done with the live stream, I'll pretty much drop YouTube for the day. You know, it's like I want to go hit the gym. Dazzle and I'm gonna go to lunch. You know, my priority is always with Dazzle, Leanna, and Mom. You know, of us hanging out. You know, doing our family stuff like bowling. You know, things like that. Eating out. You know, to me, you know, like I said, YouTube's not a big part of my life. You know, it's like maybe you guys think it is because you see me every day on the live stream. But after I'm done, I do the live stream because Dazzle's still asleep. Once Dazzle awakes, you know, once she wakes up, I'm like, my focus is on her. Yeah, prioritization, right? Like HD is talking about prioritization. I know my priorities. It's like my family's my priority. Dazzle's number one, Leanna number two, mom. They're my priority. YouTube is like a distant fifth, maybe a fourth or fifth. It's like I said, we don't make a lot of money from YouTube. It's nice. It's a nice extra side gig, but it's not like I don't let YouTube consume us because. I don't want it to be like that. I've seen people, right? I'm sure you guys have seen like other vloggers, couples that end up breaking up because, I'm sure YouTube had a lot to do with that. The pressure of like, they let YouTube like consume their life, and we don't do that. That's why if you notice, I try to limit the exposure of Dazzle and Leanna and mom on YouTube. Be like, me, I can take it. I can take criticism. It's like I don't want them to like suffer the criticism, sometimes mean words from trolls. Me, I can take it, but I don't want that happening to Dazzle or Leanna. Never had any interest in market meats, only veggies and fish that are flopping, right? That's the safest, Daniel. When you gotta kill your meat, you're good, right? If you gotta kill the fish, if you gotta cut the head, it's like, I know it's kind of brutal, it's like, but hey, it's like that's the way it is here. You gotta like clean and gut and all that. Got a fish, it's fresh. It's still alive when you bought it. HD, okay, please post on your channel. Things are okay, because we all know this. All right. Or please let Gino know. We all ask about you. Thank you. All right. I come on to see y'all. Okay. Yeah, everybody's good. I mean, everybody's is part of my happiness. Yeah. Thank you, Mom Janet. A positive way utilize. Thanks for your concern, Janet. Just letting you know, next month will be pretty busy again. So don't worry. Yeah, just sharing information. If you guys got any questions to me, I try to discuss a topic like today. I try to discuss that cyber bullying, cyber libel. Be careful with your words here in the Philippines. It's not the same. You do not have that free speech in the U.S. where you can pretty much say anything in the U.S. and get away with it. Not here. You're not here. Especially if it can be taken as an accusation. If you're like, even, I hear that all the time. Like, expats are quick to words like scammer or I got, like, just that. Be careful with those words here before you say those words here. Amen. It's an extension only. I hope when it rains later, it will not be torrential. And planning to watch UP FEU game, FEU defending champ. All right, good luck. Good luck on the game. Good fortune, good luck. Good luck on the game. Hope you have fun on the game. I mean, if it rains a little bit, right? Soccer players can play in the rain, just not torrential. Just not torrential rain. A little bit of rain doesn't hurt soccer players. Okay, I'm busy until the end. Heart monitoring. Yep. Get well. All right, get well. Hey, there's Ray, my good friend Ray in Sacramento, California. Take care of business, HD. Take your time back. Oh yeah. You always have to prioritize what's important in your life. YouTube to me, it's for me, it's entertainment for me. Like when I watch it, I'm selective now because I don't try to put watch any of those negative videos or anything like that. When I see other people's channel, I'm always just looking for like positive vibes because there's enough negativity in the world. But even that, I don't spend a whole lot of time like watching videos. There's certain videos that I want to watch. I want to, my friends that are on YouTube, I want to keep track of them. But I know how to prioritize. I know how to prioritize my time. If I see girls with nose rings, we don't see many of those that up here. Maybe I don't pay attention, but I don't see many girls here with nose rings. I do see more girls now with tattoos. That's the new generation now. It's like I am seeing more people having tattoos here. Run, Forrest, run. Seeing Gino and chat peeps is my foreign terror. Brings me smile. All right, good. I'm happy to hear that. Happy to hear that, Olsen. That's what it's all about to me. It's like just sharing the positive vibes, hopefully giving you information about the Philippines, how it is going. I mean, right now, it doesn't even feel like we got a severe thunderstorm. I mean, it's so bright and sunny outside. Yes, not torrential, because Spectre, you'll get whipped too. Bring an umbrella, Fortune. Same here, Obi. I like this group. We have good chats here. All right, I'm glad you guys are, and I'll keep it going as long as we're having fun, right? As long as good banter, respectful banter from people, it's like, I'll keep it going. And I'll stop when it's like, when we don't have the good vibes anymore. Good thing Gino brought us here. All right. Thank you, Fortune. Thank you, Fortune. Sorry, Daniel. All right. How do we help the children? How do we help the children? You would have to just contact me if you want. If you really want the help, Mom Janet, my email or my WhatsApp, contact me directly, and we can think of something. We'll brainstorm. Like you can always. There's so many people here that you can help. Even the school here. But I want to make sure it's that you can see the benefit. I want to make sure that if you do want to help, I'll find something. Maybe we'll discuss it. Maybe what type of people, or what kind of people you want to help here, because plenty of people you can help here. There's a lot of people in need. A lot of people in need in the Philippines. It's just that I cannot take donations through the channel. It would be like coming from you. I'll be the conduit. I'll buy them whatever. You'll see the receipt. You'll see how much it's spent. I just do not want to get into like that. You get in a slippery slope here when you're taking donations to donate to the poor here. That kind of thing, because you can get accused. And no, I'm not a foundation. I'm not a like a fundraiser thing. It's like. There's been people that got in trouble for that here, and I don't want to be one of them. I don't want to be one of them. Okay, I will. First of the year, my project. All right. We'll brainstorm. Maybe we'll come up with something. Like I said, what I've done mostly is help at Leanna's school, because those classrooms are. I'll have to do a video of Leanna's classroom so you guys can see. Man, some of those desks, even like chairs where the kids sit, I mean, some of those desks are probably like 30, 40 years old. They're like falling apart, and the kids have to sit there all day. No cushion. The classroom, the blackboard, actually, the teacher was like, I was looking at their blackboard. Even the blackboard's got like patches, like, they can't even, there's sections where they can't even write on you can tell the blackboard hasn't been updated or anything in many, many years. Things like that, that I know would benefit the kids. That, we've done the water cooler for the kids. We've bought them ceiling fans in the past. So those are the kind of things I'm able to do, because I can at least, if you give me the money personally to me, I can show you the receipt when I go to the mall. I can show you how much I paid, and I can deliver it. You can see me handing it to the teacher. You can see them installing it in the classroom. That I can do. Because it's hard to prove that I'm like taking money from donations that way. To a church. There's plenty of churches here, but that again, that's a slippery slope here too, because it's like, it's just tricky. It's tricky here, Mom Janet, when it comes to like donating. We'll see. We'll work on it. All right, I got to the bottom here. It is getting warm. I'm ready to go to the gym, actually. I'm like excited now. I'm gonna hit the gym. Thank you all for joining the live stream this morning. Again, if you have any topics you want me to discuss, just shoot me an email, my messenger, my WhatsApp, and I can discuss it on the channel. Again, thank you for your time. I appreciate everyone's time this morning. Please take care, everyone, and everyone, please stay blessed. Stay blessed.